Yo, what's up, guys? Let's make music.
And though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain.
So we're working with, obviously, a classic from Poison. If you're like me, back in the day, you might not have cared for it so much, but, I mean, it's a banger. It's even got a sweet guitar solo. I doubled it up. I made it a harmony thing. It's what I do. But today we're going to talk about 3 things that I did to this mix that make it a lot better, or, you know, like not as bad. Your call. We're going to start with the drums. This is the DMX plugin from Oberheim. And when I opened this up for this project and dropped this preset in, it was set like this. Which, you know, it led to a thing. So you hear that, right? And so when I listened to the mix back, I was like, oh my God, this is very boomy. There's something like crazy energy in the bottom. Let's go see what it is. It might be coming out of this. And sure enough, it was. I see those two and I'm like, okay, let's pull that decay back. Yeah, let's pull that reverb way back. And there we go. That's already way better. Boom. So there's one thing. The next thing was this synthesizer track, which is a mini mode track. And you can see the MOTT plugin is open. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce. So whenever I have a channel that's like a track that's carrying the bass for the whole song, and in this case, it's coming from a mini mode that's sitting behind me, a physical one, and which is huge and fat, sure, but you know. So our mini Moog here sounds great and huge like this, but like, let's turn it off. So that's just the mini Moog. Oh, mama. You turn that on, that's Moneytown right there. Like, you're golden. Off. Oh yeah. So there's one secret. Right. Now, the next thing that we get to comes in the guitar solos. Now, the guitar solos are definitely going to be a spot that open you up to making, you know, this would make this mix sound crappy if these weren't mixed right. So initially, because these weren't just like harmony solos, it was just a heavy distorted guitars. Initially, there was more gain, more treble, and more presence on both of these guitars. And I'll show you what that sounds like. It's not very good. But you just don't need all the gain, all the treble, and the presence. You just don't need it for recordings as much as you might think, right? So there we have it. Let's back up to that solo section and see what we did. So they sound harsh right now. And we don't want that harshness. We want them to sit nicer in the mix, right? So simple enough. We'll just go in here, back the presence off, back the treble off, back the gain off. There's one of them. Go to the other one. Same thing. Gonna back the presence, back the treble, and back the gain off. And now when we play those back, much better. Whoops. I got fat fingers. Did you hear that? They just sit in there a little bit better. They're not as harsh to your ears. And so there you have it. 3 things in 5 minutes that can make your mix sound much better. Back your gain off of your guitars. Back your presence and treble off too if it's like solo stuff. It'll make it stick a little bit better and it won't be quite as harsh. Then when you got like a bass thing to do, which for us today was the Moog, throw that MOTT on there. If you've got a multi-band compressor, you might be able to do a similar thing. I don't know. And then when it comes to your drum, whatever you got like kicking out your kick drum, make sure you don't have too much decay and reverb and stuff, like carrying too much bass where it shouldn't be. That's it.
And that I never meant that much to you.
Like I said, this song is kind of cool, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna go rock. Cheers, guys.
You cuts me like a knife, I guess.